Scrapbookers, this is Megan, and happy International and National Scrapbook Day. I am so excited to finally be back with a layout video. It's been quite a few weeks since I've done one, and it's been actually quite a few weeks since I've actually scrapbooked. So this was a very exciting layout for me. I got together with some of the ladies over in my Scrappy Challenges Facebook group. It's a group that Ronnie and I started, Ronnie Sue Scrapper, probably like 2 years ago. It was a long time ago. We started doing challenges together once a week, and we've kind of backed off quite a bit because she's working, and you know, both of us had busy lives and everything, so so we've kind of backed off, and we don't really do it every month. Like, we don't do it on a weekly basis or a monthly basis or anything, but we thought it would be fun to get together and do a little hop for NSD. So there are going to be a few of us from the group participating. I think there's me, Ronnie, Jennifer, who is Jennifer Cambridge here, and then I think KK. I will leave links below to all of the channels of the ladies that are going to be participating. So you can see here I have cut down these photos, and I have two of the same photos. I'm using a sketch from Citrus Twist for excuse me, for this NSD weekend, and the sketch called for 2 photos, but the challenge for our little Scrappy Challenges group was to make a layout based on something we're nostalgic about. And I have been wanting to make this layout for probably years. My husband gave me this little game system probably, I think, 2 years ago for Christmas. I think it was 2015 for Christmas. And I just haven't scrapbooked it yet, but this was probably one of my favorite gifts that year. And if you have never seen this before, it means you're either too old or too young. You're not the right age. I'm just kidding. So basically this was a video game that I had when I was a child. And I think they came out in the 90s. They are just little handheld Disney, I think they were all Disney character games. I think I had a Little Mermaid, a Beauty and the Beast, and an Aladdin one, I think, is the ones that we had. We might have actually had more than that, but those are the ones that I kind of remember. It's very vague, but it's also very vivid at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense. But I remember being a kid and getting these little, I guess they're essentially like Game Boys, I guess, but they're little handheld games, and the platform on them is awful and just not that great. I mean, especially compared to the games today. So when we decided to do the nostalgic challenge, I immediately knew I was going to scrapbook about this little handheld video game that I had as a child. And I was being lazy the night that I made this layout, so I didn't even take a photo of the one that my husband gave me. I just looked up the Little Mermaid handheld game on the internet and picked the first image that I found. And it works, right? I knew I wouldn't be happy with the photo if I took it of my, my own game. So this way was easier. So here you can see I am adding a little 4-inch doily, and I also had these cute little banner chipboard pieces, and those are from an old My Mind's Eye kit or collection. I think it was called My Girl or something like that. And I have had these in my stash for probably 2 or 3 years, and I haven't used them. So I had them sitting on my desk, and I'm going to decide to use them to embellish. I kept this layout super simple. I'm just going to use these doilies to kind of embellish a couple of corners. And then I'm also going to use some Spiegel Mom scraps, sequins, and cork hearts as well, because of course I have to use sequins. I love sequins. Okay, so now here I'm just kind of walking around my room. If you haven't noticed in this video, I've kind of been like unpacking because I came home from my Scrap Gals retreat on Sunday, this past Sunday, but I have been so crazy busy this week that I haven't had a single moment to unpack. So as I was making this layout, because of course I made this layout at the very last minute, I was unpacking at the same time as I was making the layout. So earlier in the layout, you will have seen me going through my inks and pulling them out of the little bags that I kept them in, and then also pulling out these hearts and other embellishments and things that I had packed for my retreat. But anyway, you can see I am making a 3 different clusters. Sorry, it's getting late and I really need to go to bed so that I can, you know, have fun tomorrow. Do a National Scrapbook Day. I'm super excited. I'm going to be trying to participate with a lot of different challenges. I know Spiegel Mom Scraps and Wild Whisper are doing challenges. Victoria Marie is doing challenges. Citrus Twist. Oh gosh, like seriously, everybody's doing challenges. I know Scrap Gals are doing challenges. There's so many out there, so I'm excited to play along. Okay, sorry, back to the layout. So you can see that I pulled out some sequins and I put them away. I can't remember what sequin mix that was. I think it was mint. No, it's not. I was going to say mint chocolate chip or mint chip or something like that, but I don't think that's it because I don't know. I'll put links below to all of the products that I use. Most of the things that I use to embellish on this layout are from Spiegel Mom Scraps because she's one of my favorite little business scrapbooking stores. Okay, so now here I am just putting down all of the sequins, and I don't have much more that I'm going to do. I stuck pretty close to the sketch. The only thing I really changed up was that little cluster down there in the bottom right hand corner. Okay, so here I'm going to use some of this Black Dawn mist, and that is Shimmer's paint, and I got that from the Spiegel Mom Scrap store as well. Okay, so now I think, let's see, what am I gonna do? I want to do a title, but I'm not really sure what I want it to be. So I pulled out these old stickers from a Click Kits kit. I think these were from 2015, and I'm gonna put them down on this wax paper just because I wasn't really sure if I really wanted this to be my title. I thought about having my title be Happy Memories or Happy Moments, I think, but I didn't have enough letters on this pink alpha, but I wanted it to be a smaller alpha. I didn't want it to be super huge, but I'm going to decide to just put the word happy down here at the bottom, and that's not going to end up being my title. It's just going to be part of that cluster. A nice cute little embellishment. Okay, so now here I think I'm just thinking because I'm not sure where I want to go. So I'm going to message a couple Scrappy friends and ask them what they think my title should be. And my good friend Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life here on YouTube came to the rescue. I love it when my crafty, scrappy friends are awake at the same time as I am, and they can help me come up with titles because I am awful at making titles. Okay, so here you can see I have pulled out a bunch of alphas. These were actually the ones that I took with me to the retreat, so I ran off to go grab those, and now I'm just kind of going through them. And I was thinking I was going to use these cute Amy Tangerine alphas, but they're kind of too much. So the title that I was going to use, that Christy had an idea for me, was The Gamer in Me. And I thought that was a super fun title because my kids and my husband are gamers. They love video games. They're always attached to some sort of device. I don't blame them. I'm not saying I'm not always attached to my phone. But so I kind of thought it would be fun to have my own gamer layout. Because I've done game layouts for my kids and for my husband as well. So this would be kind of my little time to shine, I guess you could say, in the video game world. But I decided I didn't really like it after all. So I'm going to put that alpha away, and then I'm going to pull out 2 other ones, and I believe they're both from Amy Tangerine. Isn't that funny? All 3 of the ones that I try to use are from Amy Tan. That's hilarious. I didn't even realize that. So here I'm just cutting up my wax paper because I'm crazy and I like to do it in bulk, I guess. And then I decided I'm just going to start out with gamer because I really liked the idea of having the word gamer on the layout, but having such a long title, I wasn't feeling it on this layout. But I did really like the title and the subject and everything, and it's just gonna work out perfect. So I decided to go with 90s gamer because these devices came out in the 90s. I'm hoping they came out in the 90s because I'm pretty sure it was the 90s, maybe the late 80s. I probably didn't get mine until the 90s though, but I've already glued it down, so I can't change it. I didn't even bother looking it up. But here, I'm just going to put the title right there in that middle cluster right under the photos, and I think I'm going to be done after this. I am going to end up doing my journaling off camera because I just wasn't quite sure how I wanted it to look, and I started out just having my journaling right above the word happy, but it's going to actually take up more of that right hand side. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you head on over to the other ladies' channels to check out their nostalgic videos. Have a great NSD. Bye!